Now, a regular hexagonal lamina of 30 mm sides lying in such a way that one of its sides touches both the reference planes. If the lamina makes 60 degree with HP, draw the projections of the lamina. So he says a regular hexagonal lamina of 30 mm sides lying in such a way that one of its sides touches both the reference planes. The reference planes means here it is both HP and BP. So that one of its sides touches both HP and BP. So this is the condition. If the lamina makes 60 degree with HP, so that means he has given the surface of the lamina, the surface inclination with respect to HP. Since he has given the surface inclination with respect to HP, so we have to start from HP. So we are starting from the HP. This is from the 3D analysis. You can see the hexagonal lamina is placed on HP. So since the surface is parallel to HP, so obviously that surface will be perpendicular to VP. So in VP you get a line. So that is perpendicular. Since one of the side is touching HP, so obviously the side which rests on HP has to be perpendicular to VP. That is because you need to get a point in the front view. So you are getting a point in the front view. So here the two sides are perpendicular to VP. One is AF and the other one is CD. So you can rest either on AF or you can rest it on CD. So here all the sides are parallel to HP. Since all the sides are parallel to HP, so I am getting the true shape in HP. Since the surface is perpendicular to VP, so you are getting a line in VP. So this is in 3D analysis. If you see the 2D analysis, you can see the side which is resting on HP has to be perpendicular to VP, which is AF and CD. Either you can rest it on A dash F dash or you can rest it on C dash T dash. Now he says the lamina makes an angle of 60 degree with HP. So we are resting C dash D dash on XY line. So that is C dash D dash on or CD on XY line or on the HP. And we are making a surface inclination of this with respect to HP by an angle of 60 degrees. Since the surface has become inclined to HP, but still the surface is perpendicular to VP, so that is the reason why you are getting a line in VP, and the surface inclination can be seen with respect to HP in VP. So you can see that 60 degree in VP. So how to go about of constructing this? Consider at any distance from this C dash D dash and point, and draw a line inclined at 60 degrees to HP or to the XY line. Measure the length from C dash to A dash. From C dash you cut an arc on this. So you'll get A dash F dash and C dash D dash. And they measure the length from C dash to B dash. From C dash you cut an arc to get B dash A dash. Then write the corresponding top view. So the corresponding top view is draw a vertical projector from C dash D dash and draw a horizontal projector from CD to get the point CD. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from B dash E dash and draw a horizontal projector from B and E to get the point BE. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from A dash F dash and draw a horizontal projector from AF to get the point AF and join ABCDEF. So now the surface is inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. So that is the reason why you are getting a line. Then this such a way that one of its sides touches VP also. The side which is resting on HP has to touch on VP also. So which is the side which is touching HP? The side which is touching HP is CD. The same side has to touch on VP. So that side now is perpendicular to VP. So since that side is perpendicular to VP, now you have to rest it on VP. So you have to rotate this second position top view by an angle of 90 degree in a counterclockwise direction. Then only CD will go into rest. Otherwise, if you rotate clockwise, then it becomes AF will go into rest on HP, on VP. So, but since you want one of this side, the side which is resting on HP is the same side which you want to rest on VP. So C dash D dash is on XY line, which is on HP. So the same side has to rest on VP. So you measure the length from here to here, CD, and you mark it on C dash D dash. Then draw a perpendicular from C and D and measure the length from D to F, and also from C to A, both will going to have the same length. From D you mark that point, and from C also you mark the point. And then measure the length from D to this point. From D you mark this. Since this distance is equal to this distance, so from the same point you draw this and draw a horizontal line here. Then measure the length from this point to E. Since you are rotating in anti-clockwise direction, so E will come on the left side. So by using the compass, you measure from here to here, and from this point you cut it to get the point E. Then from this point to B you mark this using the compass. Similarly from here you cut this to get the point B. Then join A, B, C, D, E, F, which is a hexagon. Then project the point. So you write the corresponding front view. The corresponding front view will be draw a vertical projector from AF and CD. Draw a horizontal projector from A dash F dash and also from C dash D dash to get the point C dash D dash and A dash F dash. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from E and B and draw a horizontal projector from B dash and E dash to get the point E dash and B dash. Then join A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and F dash to complete the sketch. So this you can see here from the three-dimensional analysis, both how it is going to look like in the top view, that is CD, E, F, A, B. You will go to get this. Similarly, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. So these are the two views which are going to be matched. So this is the final position of the hexagonal lamina. When you come to the 2D analysis, you can see here the side which is resting on HP is also resting on VP. The surface of the lamina is inclined at 60 degrees to HP and which has got a side of 30 mm. This is how we will be able to analyze the problem is right.